about as long as you can hold your breath, and then just a little longer. So listen as fast as you possibly can.
Hey, this is Chuck. As of last night in Berkeley, we are up to a body count of 15.
And last night,
people
at the
have
library,
during
we had
the event.
two people she was in tears, and it was really upsetting.
Both guys,
Both guys,
the other gentleman
dropped
to the floor.
got a couple steps.
God bless them.
So we are now up to
where he passed
22
more
The
people.
body count is 24.
Blacked out.
So
Boy,
now
I am less and less proud of the body count.
And the second man, it was very, very upsetting. He blacked out. He shouted unconscious, and he vomited.
Get his head down low, lay him on the floor, and he'll wake up. Okay? Just lay him on the floor, flat on the floor.
It came as a surprise to me that Chuck chose to read this story on his tour, because a standard author tour, the author reads from the work that's being promoted at the time.
Which was a smart thing to do, because basically all of the people going to his events, the minute the book came out, they already read it and they devoured it. Why do they need to hear him read from it anyway? He might as well, give them a treat and read from something that is up and coming. And so he told me, he said, I'm reading a story from my upcoming horror collection, and it's entitled Guts. And he's like, I'm so thrilled, I'm excited. People are actually fainting at the events. And my first thought was like, that's not good. Why is that good, Chuck?
And when I first saw that on the website, and then he told me that, my suspicion was that these were sort of cacophony society wannabes who were pulling stunts at the readings.
I had prepared myself by reading the story beforehand, just so I thought, well, if people are fainting, I certainly don't want to. His publicist probably shouldn't faint at one of the events.
Well, my wife and I were with Edward Hibbert and Ben Bruton, his publicist, at in the about second or third row, and in the row immediately behind us to the left, about halfway through the story, a fellow just collapsed.
A young man fell and hit his head against Jerry Howard's wife's chair, and then fell on the ground, and then this horrible scream that sounded like a rabbit being tortured, and it really shocked the hell out of me, and everything kind of stopped and stood still, and I decided that perhaps, and I said to Jerry and to Edward, maybe we should, end this right now.
Edward and Ben and I actually tried to talk Chuck out of finishing the story, because we didn't want to see this happen to anybody else, and because we all knew that the worst was yet to come.
I would say, could we put it up to raised hands? Who wants to hear the rest of the story? You have just overruled some very powerful people.
Chuck, so he said, look, if you really can't take this so far, leave. If you really don't want to leave, because actually some people had been leaving before, and so with all the wusses flushed out of the audience, he finished the story.
I had actually heard that people had fainted in previous readings of it, and I took it with a grain of salt, but I've actually seen it. It's pretty impressive.
I thought that it was much more riveting than a book signing/reading could ever be.
I enjoyed it. Glad I didn't pass out.
I was hoping to pass out. Yeah, it was actually my friend who passed out the second time. I kind of freaked out.
The guy screaming? Is he okay?
He's in the hospital right now. Thank you, Chuck Palahniuk.
It's gonna get you in the guts!